This is Deped Cagayan de Oro, now signing off.
Magbasa o magkwenta, ang siyensya, ang pilunta, natuna pa'y history o kultura, English, Mapi o MTV, Filipino, ESP o EPP. Oras na, magtuon na ta!
Mga bata, maayong adlaw kaninyo. Kumusta na mo?
Ang damay niyong mga gamit, kay magsugod na ang eskwelahan sa kahanginan.
Kini ang Learn O'Clock.
Magtuon kita karon dinhi sa bagong panahon.
Ang mga lapis o papel, radyo, TV o computer,
Smartphone o modules kinahanglanon.
ayaw kalimot sa pag-invite sa imong higala.
Ang pagtuon dili maundang upadayon pa.
Makaton pag-iha, makaton ta pagbasa.
Letters of the alphabet ang atong alpabeto. Sa Learn O'Clock, where learning won't stop. And then andamo ng kaugalingon kay magsugod ng Learn O'Clock.
Good afternoon, children. I am Teacher Karen. And I am Teacher Darlene. We are your grade 3 teachers from South City Central School. Today will be our 4th week in using your English modules. How is your learning journey, children? We hope we were able to help you in your lessons. This afternoon, we will be learning with you on lessons 6 and 7. Teacher Karen and I will help you discuss on the elements of text and predicting for lesson 6 and vocabulary and concept development for lesson 7. Before we discuss with our new lessons this afternoon, let's review what we have learned last week on lessons 4 and 5. Can you still remember, children? Very good. We learned about nouns, noting details, and sequencing. A noun is a word that names a person, a place, an animal, a thing, or an event. Examples: Anna, school, dog, book, Christmas. There are also kinds of nouns: proper noun and common noun. A proper noun names specific people or places. It starts with a capital letter. A common noun is the general name we give to persons, places, things, animals, and events. Common nouns do not begin with a capital letter. We also discuss the rules to follow in making nouns into plural forms. Characters, setting, and plot are found in every story. In sequencing events in the story, we have to remember what happened in the beginning, middle, and end. Children, we shall now begin with our lesson proper. Have your modules week 4, lesson 6 ready with you. Turn your modules on pages 2 to 3. Teacher Darlene will read a story found in these pages. Listen carefully, for you will be asked to answer the questions after the reading of the story. The title of the story is The Little Red Hen by Roderick Motrel Aguirre. The Little Red Hen. Once upon a time, there was a little red hen who lived on a farm. She has friends with a lazy dog, a sleepy cat, and a noisy mouse. One day, the little red hen found some kernels on the ground. The little red hen had an idea. She would plant the kernels. The little red hen asked her friends, "Who will help me plant the kernels?" "Not I," barked the lazy dog. "Not I," meow, purred the sleepy cat. "Not I," squeaked the noisy mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen. So the little red hen planted the kernels by herself. When the kernels had grown, the little red hen asked her friends, "Who will help me harvest the corn?" "Not I," barked the lazy dog. "Not I," meow, roared the sleepy cat. "Not I," squeaked the noisy mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen. So the little red hen harvested the corn by herself. When all the corn was harvested, the little red hen asked her friends, "Who will help me cook the corn?" "Not I," barked the lazy dog. "Not I," meow, roared the sleepy cat. "Not I," squeaked the noisy mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen. So the little red hen cooked the corn by herself. The tired little red hen asked her friends, "Who will help me eat the corn?" "I will," barked the lazy dog. "I will," meow meow, purred the sleepy cat. "I will," squeaked the noisy mouse. "No," said the little red hen. "I will." And the little red hen ate the corn. That was a nice story. Children, let me read the questions on page 3 so you can write on your answer sheet the letter of the correct answer. Are you ready? Question number 1. Where did the little red hen live? A. On the ground. B. On the farm. C. In the forest. D. In a hole. Question number 2. Who ate the corn? A. Dog. B. Cat. C. Mouse. D. Little red hen. Question number 3. How many times did the little hen ask help from her friends? A. Once. B. Twice. C. Thrice. D. Never. Question number 4. Why do you think Little Red Hen asked her friends to help in planting the kernels? A. So they have fun. B. Because she is lazy. C. Because she was very tired. D. So they have something to share. Question number 5. What do you think is the reason of Little Red Hen in not sharing the corn? A. Because she is fat. B. For her friends to be jealous. C. Because corn is her favorite food. D. To teach her friends a lesson to help. Children, you will know if your answers are correct as soon as you return your modules together with your answer sheets to your respective teachers. I know you can do it. To fully understand the story you read, you must learn first the elements of the text. The basic story elements are: number 1, characters. They are the persons or animals that perform or speak the dialogue of the story. Example, the Little Red Hen. Number 2, setting. It refers to the physical location and time where and when the story happened. Example, on a farm. Number 3, plot. It relates to the event that happens in the story. Example, nobody helped in planting the kernels. We shall also include prediction. Prediction is a guess about what might happen based on what you already know. Example, the Little Red Hen asked her friends for help in planting, harvesting, and cooking the corn, but they never helped. When the corn was cooked, her lazy friends asked some corn. What do you think the Little Red Hen will do after? Can you guess? That's right! The Little Red Hen ate the corn all by herself. Children, kindly get your Module Week 4, Lesson 7 with you and open it on page 3. I will read the story and answer the questions that follow. You need to write the letter of the correct answer on your answer sheets. I will read Bug in a Mug by Evelyn Mamangon. Bug in a mug. Dad sips water from a mug. Oh no! There's a bug in a mug. Bad bug. Dad gets a new mug. He gets water from the jug. Question number 1. Who sips water from a mug? A. Dad. B. Jog. C. Rog. D. Bug. Question number 2. What does Dad see in a mug? A. Bag. B. Bug. C. Mud. D. Chalk. Question number 3. What does Dad say about the bug? A. Bad. B. Fat. C. Mad. D. Lad. Question number 4. From where does Dad get water? A. Jar. B. Jug. C. Tub. D. Glass. Question number 5. What did Dad feel when he saw the bug? A. Glad. B. Happy. C. Mad. D. Sad. Children, you will know if your answers are correct as soon as you return your modules together with your answer sheets to your respective teachers. I know you can do it.
Children, turn your module on page 4. We will study the following group of words. Let's read column A, B, C, and D. Column A. Gumamela. Trees. Grass. Flowers. Nara. Column B. Cat. Dog. Horse. Cow. Goat. Column C. Bag. Books. Pencil. Crayon. Ruler. Column D. Malay-balay. Playground. Mail. Beach. City.
How can you classify the words under column A? How about column B, C, and D?
Column A can be classified as plants. B are animals. C are things. And D are places.
In classifying common words into its conceptual categories, we are going to give their common characteristics.
Children, shall we answer page 5, number 2 activity in your module? You are to classify the following group of words. Write your answers in your answer sheets. Number 1 question. 3, 7, 22. How can you classify this group of words? Very good! 3, 7, 22 are numbers.
Number 2. Red, blue, orange. How can you classify this group of words? Good job! Red, blue, and orange are colors. Children, we will leave numbers 3, 4, and 5 for you to answer independently.
We will end our session for today. We hope you will continue to learn more.
Children, thank you for listening. This is Teacher Karen
And this is Teacher Darlene
saying goodbye and always stay safe.